Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, today I also stand in strong support of SCR 23. I want to thank the good senator from Santa Ana for bringing this forward. Today was a very important day for us here in the Capitol as we honor those that have fallen. The memorial tribute this morning was incredibly impactful for me. It was incredibly difficult to see what is left behind when an officer puts their life on the line. This morning, I witnessed a mother walking with her 3 little babies, one of them crying, and I venture to say he was about 2 years old, and the husband passed nearly 3 years ago. So somewhere along the line, that child was born. The child was born into a world where he will not have his father. And I want to just share a personal story from my community. I know that it's difficult to see courage and what it looks like. And in my community, in the city of Baldwin Park, in the community of El Monte, I've seen up close and personal what happens when the family is left behind to grieve. In El Monte, 2 young individuals, 2 young officers with small children stepped into a dangerous situation when a perpetrator was going to kill his wife. They knew it was dangerous. They knew that this man had guns, and yet they still went to save this woman. Needless to say, unfortunately, this man shot those 2 young officers. And I had to see their mother grieve, the wife cry. And it was really shocking in our communities to see such pain, such loss, such devastation. And months later, at the same time, we didn't know at the time, but Chief Laurie, who had to endure the pain of his police force, was dealing with cancer privately. No one knew because that's what self-sacrifice looked like. He didn't want to tell people because our community was grieving over the loss of these 2 officers shortly after he passed from cancer. And that was 3 incredibly important people in our community, very brave individuals who knew what it meant to step into that uniform and to step into a community where anything could happen. Their loss left a really incredibly difficult hole in our hearts, and the community rallied. The community rallied behind the family, the officers, and years later, it's still very present in our community. It's the choice to keep showing up every day when some of us wouldn't do it. It's the choice to leave your wife at home and say goodbye, not knowing if that's going to be the last time you're going to see them. Say goodbye to your children, not knowing if you're going to come back home. And today, again, seeing all the families there crying, those little kids crying, and all the officers standing in uniform saluting, it was a reminder of how important that work is. Their courage sometimes is missed. Their courage, sometimes it's overlooked, but I want to say that I try to do my best to honor their legacy, to honor their work with policy that balances the dangerous work they do, but at the same time respecting our community. I know as a victims of domestic violence and victims advocate, I want them to come if I ever need them. I want them to be on the side of victims when they're getting assaulted. And I want us all to remember that they don't know when that day's gonna come, but they still show up. They still show up to protect our community. So today I wanna not only honor those 2 officers who passed, and their names were Sergeant Michael Paredes and Officer Joseph Santana, who again continue to be felt in our community. Their mother is not giving hope. Their mother continues to fight. Stepfather was an officer as well. And I just want to say that today, as we say thank you to these courageous officers, we have to remember, as colleagues have already stated, we have to remember with policy that says thank you, policy that doesn't dismiss the work that they do, policy that says your life also matters when you step into that uniform and you don't come back home. So I just say that there's a balance out there, but we have to remember to say thank you whenever we can. And with that, I ask for an aye vote. Thank you.